Alright guys, Grind here today, bringing you a brand new video. What you guys are going to see is, first of all, my voice is going to be a little bit off today because I'm a little bit sick. Just runny nose, dry throat, that kind of stuff. I don't feel like shit. Well, I do kind of feel like shit, but not that much for an average code. So what you're going to hear me talk about today is, in case you didn't see the title, is the most bullshit gun, aka the best gun. Or no skilled gun, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna say the most bullshit. The most bullshit gun in Black Ops 3, and that is the Brecci. Alright, this thing, you have none of my respect to use if you use this gun. I only use it for like shits and giggles. Like, if you ever play with me, you'll notice that I don't really pull this out unless I'm like, I don't know. I usually pull it out in Exodus. Sometimes I pull it out on other maps if I just feel like, I don't know. Actually, if I just feel like having shits and giggles, I guess. Because I don't really use this gun much. Like, you can even go on my combat record to check if you want. I'll just do it after this game. Basically, the reason why this gun is really BS is because, as you can see, you don't need to aim with it, first of all. You just need to press right trigger twice. And done, okay? Just let the target assist do the aiming for you, because chances are, if you see someone with this gun, then yeah, you're gonna two-shot them to death, and you're like, oh my god, man, it's a shotgun, you can't kill them if they're not right in front of you. If that's the case, then you're obviously a dumbass, because you see, everybody does the same thing with shotguns, where you have to position yourself somewhere around the close quarters. Like, nobody's gonna just run out in the open with a shotgun against like long signs of light, unless you're a really big dumbass. Then I guess you will do that. Basically, this is actually a really slow gameplay, but I do drop a 50-0 with a nuclear in TDM, so I might as well just speed it up actually. And by the way, I was using the Hive because I'm pretty sure, okay, like, you can find this offensive, and I don't really blame you, but I was actually making a bunch of STD jokes in the games before this, and I was talking about how, like, I was like, AIDS are like is the same thing as HIVs, and like might as well call the hives the HIVs. And then I was like, you know, I'm gonna spread some diseases today, so I was like, I'm gonna put on the Brecci, which is cancer, and then I'm gonna put on the hives, which is AIDS technically, and I'm going to kill people with it. And thankfully, we actually got Exodus, which was a giant coincidence, because this is, in my opinion, the best map to use the Brecci on. Streak style, of course, you're going to see on the right side is Raps, Hater, Wraith, and then specials, of course, is Hives, and then it's the same class setup that I showed you guys in my 71-0 gameplay, where it's a Brecci of long barrel, extended mags, rapid fire, with 6 hands, fast hands, that's silence furnace. Next, coming up with the whole... He's behind us, good. So, I was playing S&D last week so I could get my double XP. You know, I need that double XP. Trying to get that XP. Trying to level up. And basically, I was like, wow, man, I managed to get number 1 on the S&D weekly leaderboard. By the way, I was also trying to level up my M16 as well, because in case you didn't know, in Bo3, if you play S&D, you get 5 times weapon XP than you do in Respawn. So that's what I did, and I managed to get number 1 weekly, but then I deranked to number 3 mainly because like, I don't know, I guess it doesn't take much skill to get number 1 weekly, as I did get dethroned by someone who got a 367 score per minute, just because I guess they got 5 lucky games. And and I searched his combat record. His most weapon is a Brecci, okay? And the number 2 guy, who used to be number 1, he also used the Brecci the most. However, me on the other hand, I actually should have been number 2 instead of number 3, but the thing is, I actually got disconnected from a game, which of course gives me a 0 SPM for that match, meaning my SPM dropped from a 296 to a 278. So that's like 18 SPM gone right there. And then like the guy had around a 282, I believe. So that's one thing. And then Basically, if a Brecci can carry you to number 1 on the leaderboard, despite the fact that weekly leaderboards don't really matter that much because they just require luck, but still, the fact that they can dethrone me is kind of no skill, you know? Because I'm not using the Brecci, and they're using the Brecci, and it just... The facts just prove themselves, right? I'm not calling myself a good player. I'm just saying that if in... Like, you can go ahead and say that I got lucky games right there. I don't really care, but... To dethrone a person using regular guns and getting a really high SPM just because they're using a Brecci is pretty BS. Even, especially with the fact that they also got lucky, you know, but... That's a topic I might talk in another video. Even though actually, no, I'll just talk about it right now. All you need is just 5 lucky games to be, you know, ranked on the weekly leaderboard, and if you could easily get 5 lucky games. But monthly, on the other hand, I actually take monthly really seriously because it's 25 games. Okay, there's no way you're gonna get 25 lucky games. Despite the fact that I did go, I believe October, I went 25 games without dying in S&D, which was actually a challenge I went during the December, but I like on my it's my 24th game or 23rd game. Around my 23rd to 24th game, basically, I actually died. Yeah. So I fucked up, and because of that, I failed the challenge. And the month after that, I did manage to come out with not dying, and because of that, you all see me, well, if you did play, I'm not going to say play S&D, I'm going to say if you even looked at the S&D leaderboards, you'd have noticed, hey, this guy's Samoga number 1 without dying a single time. So yeah, like, I do treat monthly seriously because it's 25 games, right? The more games, the more skill it takes. I don't treat all time seriously just because it has, like, hackers or modders, glitchers, stuff like that. That's about it for this part of the video. I mean, the next part